king of the rappers, the mission. I see.
Yo, what's going on, gang? It's Murado Music with 3-piece TCG, Pirates TCG, and 2D. You messing with the wrong Missy. It's time to witness that Sivir battle mistress. Oh, yeah. Now, you guys know I love purple and I love gold. And this is a story yet to be told. So do smash that like button, hype up the video, turn on the bell, smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in the comments, let me know what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently. I literally lost track of what I said there, but I'm sure I said it all. Now, this one is based on S. Dr. Thumb. It said, if anyone actually manages this deck, good for you. I think it's the final version. Basically, mostly aggro, but I decided to add some tools if you need to hold with Trinity, Fight, blah, 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 switcheroo. Very interesting list, so big shout out to them. And we're going to make a few changes on our end, make it a little more tailor-made towards us. So big shout out to them. Thanks, big dog. We'll take it from here. All right, gang, so let's go ahead and lock into this legend and their deck, shall we? Okay, so we got Sivir Battle Mistress. When you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token, Exhausted. When one or more enemy units die, ready me. There's no limit to how many times you can proc this ability, and it procs early and often, let me tell you. The complete opposite of what we would be worried about, which would be an all but vanilla legend that their ability doesn't really ever come into the game until a certain time or very niche, etc. No, this is happening all the time. And the great thing about this one is it's ramp adjacent, okay? Because it's giving you the gold. You can't use the gold the turn it's played, right? But it's gold, it's basically resources, it's runes that you can use to pay cost, to pay anything. So let's get into the deck now, shall we? We heard that it was basically aggro. Okay, we'll come and touch we'll touch on these. Well, no, we can touch on the battlefields now. When you conquer here, draw one, discard one. Newsflash, if I'm running purple, I'm probably running 3 scrap heap. That's what I'm looking to just discard and draw, so we can draw 2. So that's great, that works for us. The arena's greatest. We like this because we are planning to score fast, be aggro, and get them out of here. That's great. And then at the start of each player's first beginning phase, that player channels 1 rune. That's when we can get a little out of control because we like to spend some spells and we like to get them things going. All right. So that means if we got that and we're going second, that means we could play Sivir Mercenary turn 1 and it all goes downhill for our opponent after that. Anyway, speaking of Sivir Mercenary, I love the art. 6 More Vodka is one of my favorite artists in all of TCGs. Why? Because they find a way to make every legend look like my wife in one way or another. So I love it. Anyhow, we've got a 4-cost recycle 1 chaos purple, 4 might for Sivir Mercenary, Sivir Shurima. Okay, can't wait for the rest of Shurima to come out. But accelerate. You may pay 1 purple as an additional cost to have me enter ready. If you've spent at least 2, recycling power, 2 power this turn, I have +2 might and ganking, which means they can move from battlefield to battlefield. Gang, this happens fairly often as well. This is going to be, I feel really powerful playing this list, and it is a lot of fun. And this champion unit gets buckets, okay? Ally is getting buckets, let me assure you. Let me give you one example immediately. Punch first. Oh yeah, punch first. Ask questions while punching. Okay, are you looking at what you got to recycle here? Oh yeah, that means this is going to 6, and this is giving it +5 going to 11. And now we got ganking. You're messing everybody up. But so we got punch force, spirit forge, punch first, spirit forge. Action on play on your turn or in showdowns. Give a unit +5 might this turn. You got to recycle 2. But this is effectively got rid of a bunch of dead blooms. The 8-cost character that you got to recycle 2 orange, and it costs like $100 right now. Yeah, nobody's worried about that. You run this and you get +5, and they may never make it to be able to spend that much runes on big body characters. This is a great card. Be on the lookout for it. Next up we have On the Hunt. Another card that is recycling 2 power, which satisfies Sivir, right? Ready your units. Ready your units. That's right. We're moving. Boom. Get one. We play this out. We're up to 6. We got ganking. Move to the next one. Win the game. Why not? So on the hunt, ready your units. That's their signature spell. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Running 2. Now, and running 3 of that punch first because we like that punch first. Also running 3 of this, even though this is our chosen champion, right? Because this is a card that we love seeing throughout the game. And I'm sorry that I mentioned that. But now running 3 stack deck. I love stacking my deck. Let me tell you something. I love this card. It's just going to give us everything we need and set up the rest. Okay, cool. Now you guys know by now. If you don't know by now, I am a big fan of Scrap Heap. I used to hate Scrap Heap when I very first started playing the game. I was like, "What do you mean when this is played discarded or killed? What? Oh, discarded." Yeah, I'm always running 3 of these because the momentum you get from being able to draw, 2 cards or 3 cards. Ask me how. I'll tell you later. Don't worry. Is just too much. It's just too much. So we love having this, and we got 3 of the Traveling Merchant as well, just to proc our Scrap Heap. All right, now it's time to talk about Switcheroo. This is a big one, all right? Switcheroo, okay, so it's a spell that costs 2, recycle 2, hidden, you can play for hidden as well, action. So that means you can play on your turn in showdowns. Swap the might of 2 units at the same battlefield this turn. Man, let me tell you something. This card comes up, dog. There are times where you would rather do fight or flight, or you used to always want to do fight or flight, right? Because you can use fight or flight defensively, offensively, right? You can push them back and you can score, you can, or, defend, I guess. Well, it's both defense. But anyways, now, if they want to come in there with that smoke, hey, by all means, dog. They might think, okay, the worst case scenario, they're gonna push me back to my base, or they're gonna run away and I'm gonna win. Nah, now worst case scenario, we're gonna switch that might. So you're gonna come in, you're gonna start that chain, you're gonna power your guy up, and I'm gonna be like, cool story, bro. Now I'm going to switch a roo, and I'm gonna take all the power that you just got, all the might you just developed, and put it on my character or my unit, and then we're gonna swap. Okay, so then I go from like 7 to 4 to 4 to 7. Now you got to come up with something else, and guess what? I could still continue to build after that. Okay, so it's just an amazing card. Also, if you play it from your hand, okay, if you play it from your hand, your Sivir's also going to get an additional +2. And the way it works is we play that from hand, we switch. Okay, so let's say they're 7 to our 4, we switch. Now we're 7, they're 4, and then after we've recycled, then it would proc. Okay, right? And then we would go to +2 after that. So I mean, like, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. There's no downside to this card. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. So we like it. We love it. Want some more of it. Probably should be running 3, but we're running 3 of Ride the Wind because moving a friendly unit and redditing it is really helpful in this match or in this list. So we're running 3 of those. Maybe we could switch the ratios, but we'll talk about that in a second. This is why we're running 3 of those, by the way. Anyways, challenge. Choose a friendly unit and an enemy unit. They deal damage equal to their mights to each other. This one comes up every once in a while, and we don't mind having it. We get to buff up our Sivir, and then, especially if this causes us to recycle just the extra rune that we need, this is going to be a great little swing into, and board clear. Now, fight or flight, we already mentioned. You can, use it to push your opponent back to their base or retreat back to your base. Whatever's clever, Holmes. Whatever's clever. We like that. It's a game-winning card, let's be honest. Okay, so now we got Fizz. Do we got Fizz? We do got Fizz. Okay. So Fizz is great. Another, it could be a turn 2 or turn 1 if you're going second. But anyways, when you play me, you may play a spell from your trash with energy cost no more than 3, ignoring its energy cost. Recycle that spell after you play it, okay? Because they're not going to just have you keep doing the dang thing. And then you still must pay its power cost, which is fine by us because the power cost procs our Sivir Mercenary. So that means we can use a switcheroo, okay? It goes to our trash, and then we could play this out, play another switcheroo. Because the switcheroo's for the turn. Battlefield for the turn, not just for that showdown, for the turn. So yeah, it gets really interesting. Speaking of really interesting, this is definitely my take on this, and I've been throwing this in every purple, including my Yasuo, as you guys remember from the last one. Now, Ezreal Prodigy, the Dapper Dawn, all right? A 3 for 3, recycle 1 purple, okay? When you play me, discard 1, then draw 2. Optional additional costs you pay cost 1 or a power less. Need I say more? A power less to? Yeah, we'll take it. So that means we get to accelerate for free. Hey, I'll take it, okay? So we're accelerating for free. We're getting rid of Scrap Heap, okay? And we're drawing 3, okay? We are going to see our cards. We're going to see what we need, all right? And it's also a good body, you know, a good size 3. It typically is going to hang out in our base, right? Because it's a little tough to defend, and you're not going to get too much value out of it. But, B-U-T-T, but, at certain parts of the game, you know, it is relevant. We get in there, we swing, we get out, and we kind of hang out until we're ready to go in there and maybe become a stronghold or take over. And then in that case, we definitely have an additional 3 might to close some games. Okay, so that's a great card. I really do love this card. Love this card in every purple list I've played so far. We got Bone Shiver. Okay, now this is an equipment that costs 3. It costs 1 active power recycle to equip. But anyways, you're going to be able to get a +2, and when I conquer, channel 1 rune exhausted. That is awesome. Now you equip this to homeboy right here. We're 5. We're ramping. You equip this to homegirl up here. We're 6. We're ramping. God forbid we proc her ability. We go up to 8 plus ramping. It gets out of control. All right. So that's great. And then of course, anytime we're recycling, bing, bang, boom, bop. All right. We're getting the gold back. Spoils of War. Now this is a card I'm probably going to cut. For anything else. It's great because it's a reaction, and if an enemy unit died this turn, it costs 2 less, draw 2. But I'm already drawing a lot with Ezreal, and I think I would just rather have a different spell. I think I'd rather have 2 more of something else. Now, Trinity Force is crazy because it gives you +2, but also when you hold, you score a point, okay? So let me tell you something. This body is a little sticky. It's a little sticky, and it's a little tough to get rid of here and there. You give it +2, that's 6. You get another +2, that's 8. You start powering it up, forget about it. Okay, you know what I mean? Like it starts to get a little hectic. So, anyways, like that. Now here's one. Spoiler alert: I am wanting to utilize better and or get it out of my list. It's the ganking Yasuo, the purple Yasuo, the Wind Rider. Okay, the 3rd time I move in a turn, you score 1 point. I mean, there it is. There it is. That's the reason why we're running 3 of these. Ride the winds. So, and it could also be the reason why we get rid of some of this and, go in a different direction. So we're auditioning this. I'm very interested to hear what you guys got to say. Their sideboard, I didn't even touch the sideboard. Play on your turn on showdowns. Each player kills 1 of their gear. That could suck. And that's 3 of that. Choose an opponent that reveal their hand. Choose a non-unit card from it and recycle that card. That can be great for getting rid of spells. Marching orders. Choose a friendly unit anywhere and an enemy unit at a battlefield. They deal damage equal to their mights to each other. Choose a friendly unit and a unit anywhere. Oh, as opposed to the other one that has a limitation, and we can repeat for 3, which is pretty cool, and then we have Sivir Ambitious. Okay, now this is one I gotta see. Standard. Oh yeah, I like the standard too. But anyhow, we've got Deflect 2, which is really tough to swing. And they're also recycling 3. That's crazy. Okay, what's going on here? Let me read this. Deflect 2, which is crazy. It means if you want to put anything on them, you've got to recycle 2 runes. It's not going to happen. Nobody wants to pay that much. Not on curb, they don't. When I conquer after an attack, if you assigned 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, you may deal that much to an enemy unit. So if you assign 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, you may deal that much to an enemy unit. So I guess if we're swinging into a 2, like we're swinging into a little 2-drop, and we dealt 5 damage excess, we could put that 5 on somebody else. That's cool. That's cool. And if we're powered up, then we're doing even more. So it kind of reads a little bit like that Yasuo, where we're going to do our damage up front, then we're going to do something else. But it's kind of like on the back end. Okay, cool deal. But anyways, so that is your Sivir, that's your Sivir deck list, right? This is all fine, fun, and dandy. But how does it work in action? Let's get into these smashes, shall we? But before we do, if you are experiencing joy and or knowledge, do consider joining that three-piece Navy, dog. I'm talking about smashing and finger popping, putting on that pressure, or big city hooping for the whole shebang. Thank the gang for keeping this boat afloat. Also got streaming in a space where all the music is coming from. And if you're into One Piece TCG by chance, I know a lot of you are, do visit K Design. They're making all the custom cards. I'm going to see if they want to make some for Riftbound as well. That'd be lit. But anyways, 3-piece TCG gets you 25% off your entire order. But yeah, now let's go ahead and get into them smashes, shall we? All right, gang, getting right into it. Hoping I don't sully the moly, but I'm liking this hand. I really am. I almost want to keep it. Yeah, if I played it today, I would get rid of Yasuo just because I think I might be, getting Yasuo out of there. But anyhow, we're going first. We got Traveling Merchant. We top deck a scrap heap, dog. You've got to be kidding me. Liking it, loving it, wanting some more oven it. Going up against our brother from our Puerto Rican mother, Dirty Panda, aka Mr. Creative Dance. This is their Draven, okay? They're playing out the Rengar. They didn't have anything else. Normally, Rengar you want to play as a peekaboo, surprise, right? Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this right here, gang. Oh, yeah, this is tough. Look at that. Discard one and draw two. Oh, that's why we play it. Anyways, we've got the Sivir in our hand. We're going to go ahead and discard that one and draw another. Okay, this is obviously when I was favoring the Yasuo. I would have got rid of that Yasuo and just kept the extra Sivir in my hand. But here we go. We recycled one, right? And it's probably the first time I'm doing this. Recycling one. We're gonna get a gold. We love gold. It goes there, not in our runes. Big shout out. Thank you for pointing that out in the last video. And here we go, passing it back. So we kind of didn't lose anything, if you think about it. We didn't lose anything. We are probably going to lose this battlefield. I do not want to punch first against this guy. I would rather save that for something else. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and resolve that. They're going to get their point. I didn't get my point for last time, so we're going to go ahead and probably get me that at some point. Point. But yeah, and you guys will see that we're at the station right now. It's Christmas Day, okay, and I think these matches were after some BS. We were just staying up late, just having a time. They're gonna ride the wind, huh? And they're gonna move it over, and they're gonna score 2 times. Okay, scoring 2 times, feeling mighty fine. They also got a scrap heap of themselves, and that was nice. And they're gonna get to draw another card. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Well, they draw a card from that one. They drew a card for that one. There we go. Now you draw the card. Now they're up 2. And while I'm at it, put me up 1 too, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, whatever. So I'm going to give myself that 1. Now, those are the cards in the discard. I could play out Yasuo. We don't got any Ride the Wind. I feel like Yasuo, that particular Yasuo, I just wouldn't play it outside of Yasuo, like the leader. I just wouldn't do that personally. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna play that out. We're gonna recycle that rune there. Oh yeah. You gotta recycle it. There we go. And then now we get to rest our leader. Oh, we're gonna use Ezreal. That's what I'm trying to communicate. We're using Ezreal, and we're gonna be able to play that out there. We get 1 created right there. Bing, bang, boom, bop. So now we have a Sivir with Rush, which is amazing. We could also play Sivir to that battlefield and then use Punch first if we wanted to. We're trying to think about it. That's 4-3. So 4-3 as it stands right there. What do you want to do with that? And I believe that's the battlefield that they can move back to their base, if I'm not mistaken. So we're waiting on that. They're going to give me 2. They're going to do Spinning Axe. Okay. Now, because they have Spinning Axe, but they have nothing else that can do anything, they have no more runes up, it is beneficial for me to go ahead and return 2 and go ahead and give me that right there. Yeah, give me that right there. Now we're way overpowered. They're at what? They're at 6, and we're going to go up to 11. Yeah, we're going to go up to 11, and that's going to be big money right there. Alrighty. So we're discussing that. Let's see if we can progress the game. There we go. We're going to move Ezreal there too as well. We're going to go ahead and get our money, honey, and keep it moving. Now we've got it back on their end, and they're thinking about life. Okay. Now they've got 4 runes up. They can't play their big Draven yet, which is why I like running the 4-cost Draven. But they're going to play that 4-cost Draven. They got it in hand. All right, cool. I'm going to go up 2. And now is about that time. Looking at Moguchi, it's about that time. I think I would like to go ahead and, move somebody back. Yeah, let's do something. Let's do something like that, right? What we could do is we could play that Yasuo to one of the battlefields and then play a switcheroo there, and you know what I mean, get a gold for that, and then move somebody back that we would like to stay back. That's kind of what I'm using him for at this point, is kind of like a placeholder. So we're gonna do just that. Okay, we're gonna put him there. We're gonna recycle. We're gonna rest our leader. We're gonna get a gold. I think that's the 3rd time I've used that leader's ability, gang, which is pretty knuckin' futz. Now here's where we're gonna go ahead and pass it. We're gonna go ahead and pass it. Okay, so the thing is that if they want to go for Ezreal, that's fine. We do have a commanding lead at this point. We also do have 1 up for Punch First. That's right. We got 1 for Punch First. We got a gold up. So we would be able to rest that or trash that gold. Then we'd be able to get recycle 2 runes. And then Ezreal would go up to 8. Right now, their Draven is 7. Oh, I don't know about all them apples. Yeah, 7, that's 10. And they could pay another one to make them go to 12. I don't know if they're going to want to do that. But right now, it's on us. Right now, it's on us. I want to keep my Sivir alive, if anything. Yeah. Yeah. We want to keep Sivir alive. So I'm gonna rest that, recycle those 2. I'm gonna play that Punch First. Now Punch First is going to make Sivir go up to 9, and then plus that 2 is 11. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, and they didn't use their ability at the beginning. They're gonna go ahead and rebuke and put the whole thing back to my hand. Yeah, trash that as well. That sucks. And they win that combat. That's going to get them a gold and a card draw and a point. Okay, so they cleaned up there. They cleaned up, but we're going to 6. We're going to be able to afford that. We're going to be able to afford Homegirl. Oh, yeah, we had to put that back. Ooh, we're really going to need a purple rune. I really hope we get a purple rune. Okay, 2 and 2. That's perfect. That's fine with us. We're going to go to 6. They're at 7 right now. They've got 1 rune up. I'm curious to know what they can do with that 1 rune. I don't know if they can do too much. So we're gonna go ahead and get this Sivir right back out there. Recycle 1, get a gold. Look at this. I love a busybody deck. I love a deck that gives me something to do all the time. We're gonna be able to get them ready for free because of Ezreal. Okay, so it would be 4 to 7. That's no bueno. We can't do that. What we could do is we could make Ezreal fight Draven, and then go in there and clean that up. But that still is a little dirty. Right now, if we play it like we're playing it right now, that means they have to develop somebody with Rush, with Accelerate, to come and take something away from Ezreal. If they're not able to do that, and they're not able to clear Ezreal off there, oh my God, Boots of Swiftness. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, now they're talking. Okay, look at my dog Josh being a dirtbag. Immediately out of there. Okay, they're at what? 7, 8, 9. 9 with ganking. Okay, yeah, they're safe. They're safe. And they scored on both boards. Scored on both boards. What I should have done there is I really should have just, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's too much to look back on right now. I was gonna say maybe I should have moved something back instead of, but it's all right. It's all right. So what we're looking at next turn is we got 3 for that one. When we score, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do that? I think you wanna. Yeah, I think you want to do it like that. Okay, whatever. You want to do it like that. Okay, cool. That's 3. And then I'm going to equip 1 there. Yeah, recycle. We're going to go ahead and equip 1 to our. There we go. And rest and get a gold. Okay, there we go. And now we're 6. Okay, we're at 6. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So I was wondering if my ability is procced or not, but either way, we're gonna score. We're gonna go to 7. Okay, go to 7. We're going to ramp a rested rune. Okay, which is great. And now, since we've channeled that rune, we got a lot more flexibility. So what we can start doing now is start considering the switcheroo or the como se dice? Yeah, that right there. Fight or flight. Now we decided to go fight or flight. That way, if we need to, we can move back, and that's fine. We can run back in. We can conquer. When we can do on the hunt, conquer again. Now they're bringing their 9 to the face, and I don't think that's gonna work for you, Jack. There you go. Moving that one back. That could be game unless they have an answer. If they have a ride the wind, oh, the ride the wind right back. We're at 6. They're at 9. We could go to 8. We could ride our wind. We could ride our wind. Why don't we ride the wind? We could ride the wind over there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we hold for the game. Ride the wind. Hold for the game. Or we can do a switcheroo. We can also do a switcheroo. Oh yeah, the switcheroo from hand. Look at that. So I'm gonna switch with them. They're at 9. I'm at 6. I'm gonna go to 9 and then plus 2 more for their ability and go to 11. Oh yeah, now they could still have something. They could still have something. And it looks like they got something. Okay, 11. Dang, this sucks. Okay. So that's, yeah, yeah. They got it. They got it. That Rengar, dude. I feel like that Rengar is so undervalued right now. It's just my dog Dirty Panda out here playing it. Yeah. And they're gonna be able to draw 1, and they can spin 1. They can recycle a rune and attach that to Rengar, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's see what they want to do here. We're talking about it, I think. So they're gonna go ahead and do that. They're gonna establish that. Okay, cool. So now we're in our turn. We don't have any units. We don't have any units. What am I trying to do? What am I gonna do? This is rough. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got Fizz. Okay, cool. We got Fizz. We're gonna do that. All right. Now we're gonna be able to play a unit here, or a spell. Now the only spell I can think of is, man. Okay, we're gonna punch first. We're gonna move that. We're gonna tap that and that. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to 8. All right, so we're gonna ride the wind, go there, and we are a whopping 8 to 6. What can they do? They're either gonna play a spell that's gonna buff them. They're gonna retreat per the battlefield's ability. Okay, cool. And with that, we were able to draw a card because we went up to 8, or we would have scored 8, and we're gonna move back, and And we're gonna kind of play this game right now because we got Ezreal. Man, we do not have a lot of options though. We do not have a lot of options. We've got 3 rune total, and then one of those is gold. So yeah, it's not looking too promising. They do have the biggest body on board. So yeah, and once they put those ganking boots on them, it might be time. It might be time. So I'm very interested to see. The thing is they're gonna have to have something here. Now, the cool thing is if we can go up +2, if at any point in time, if we draw into something where we're able to conquer one battlefield, we will be able to ready per our signature spell and do one more thing. You know what I mean? Do something else, if you will. So they didn't attach the boots of swiftness yet. I gotta wonder why. Yeah, I gotta wonder why at this point, because I would have done that. Now we're gonna go ahead and there we go. We're doing some things. We're doing some things. Okay, okay. And we're doing all that to play out Ezreal. Ezreal's going to get rid of Scrap Heap. Scrap Heap's going to draw us 3 cards. Scrap Heap's going to draw us 3 cards. Okay. Now, you got to give an active one. Or one of these gold, I guess. So we're going to try and do some Bone Shiver there. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to give Bone Shiver to my guy right there. We're going to swing. We're going to be at 6K or 6 might. Now, they don't got any answer. I don't think they got an answer. Because if they don't, we're going to just draw another card. Okay, so there it looks like we're going to conquer. We're going to get another rune. We're going to draw another card. And we're just going to go ahead and pass. All right. It's getting dicey, gang. It is getting dicey. All right, so they've got the Rengar out there. They can put Boots of Swiftness and just go Hamsky Doots. It's looking like they're going to do that. All right, and they've already scored there, so if they can score on our Fizz, they win the game. They win the game. They could win the game. Let's see. I'm at 6. That card is all but useless. And that is a GG. First match goes to Josh. Mr. Creative Dance. All right, they were going to invert timelines and all that crap. That wouldn't have done nothing but give us a bunch of cards. So we lose our first match of the best of 3. But let's see if we can avenge ourselves. All right, don't adjust your sets. It is me. I just had to shave, all right? Now, we lost going first, but now it's time to find, can Sivir deliver? All right. Now, I'm definitely getting Spoils of War, the cuss out of there. Might even get rid of Trinity Force. I wouldn't mind. But here's the move, okay? We're going first. We're gonna score that first point, right? And we also got Traveling Merchant into our Sivir, okay? So I mean that's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. I'm happy about that. So let's see what we can get. We're talking about life, I guess. Okay, they're doing their mulligan. All right, all right. About to advance this board state. Okay, here we go. Now, we're gonna rest 2, play out that. Now they got the one where you hold and you draw 1. That's gonna be the one we pretty much are both competing for at this juncture. Why? Because my battlefield don't do nothing. So if we could do so, that'd be great. Now my man stole my tech right from my hands, dog. Get rid of 1 and draw 3. I love to see it for my dog. All right. So it couldn't have a better start. Again, they are going with the 6 cost Draven, which some folks have moved away from, but we're still rocking it over here. Let's see real quick. 1 second. Now we're going to 4. If we move, we got to discard 1, draw 1. At this point, I mean, me today, I would just get rid of the Yasuo because I'm just like, yo. But we definitely want to build up that get that Sivir out there. So we're gonna move there. We're gonna score a point. Yes. We're gonna get rid of a Fizz and draw 1. Okay, so we're really holding on to that hope and the dream of that Yasuo working out. I mean, this time we do have Ride the Wind. Okay, but we're gonna rest our leader, create a gold. We're gonna go to 5. Technically have 6 resources. Runes, I guess if you want to call them. Now, what are they going to develop on their end? That's the next big question. As I look down to make sure I'm actually recording. 3-2. That's a point to you, dog. Now, as long as they're not holding, they're not getting the value. But right now, they got 7 cards in hand. That is amazing. Big 7 cards. What are they going to play, though? Last time, they lucked out and they were able to draw their Draven and play out their Draven for 4. This time, it looks like they're going to do the same dang thing, okay? I think they're running 5 like the pros. Okay, so this is, they got nothing open. This is like game, set, match right here. We know, not game, set, match. We ain't checkmate yet. But we know that Sivir's going to win that match. We could also do that Trinity Force. Yeah. I'm seeing a world where we Trinity Force, attach it to Sivir, go in there, win the match, hold, and then get 2 points. And now, this is crazy because now you're going to have a world where everybody has the Ahri that scores twice. I'm talking a little slow right now because I'm thinking in my head and I'm thinking, oh, cuss word of your choice. You're telling me that we could run green Ahri and a green and orange deck? I think it would be Lee Sin or Master Yi. Attach that and score a total of 3 in 1 turn? Yeah. Well, in this case, in this scenario, we're going to go ahead and attach that switcheroony, okay? And we get the score. I believe we got the gold already, and we're ready to roll. If they want to do something, unfortunately, dang, that sucks. That sucks. And we lose the switcheroos. Dang. Now, they did set themselves back a whole turn of dawn. And I'm like, hey, yo, how did you do this? I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to figure out how he was able to do that. But yeah. Oh, was I trying to make sure whether I scored or not? Anyways, so that is going to hurt. That's going to hurt. And they're going to go ahead and move there. They're going to score themselves a point. Now, they did not win a combat. So they're not going to draw. And they're not going to get a gold. But they are going to score. And now it's time to see what they got on their back end. They're going to do invert timelines, okay? Now, me right now, I'm wondering, why would you invert the timelines now? Why would you do that? But they ain't got nothing to play. And again, I got to ask, why would you do that? Because for me, I would say your next play is probably going to be Draven. Just push them out. You know what I mean? But they wanted to see some more cards. All right. Now, they got rid of our Sivir unless we draw them right back. Fortunately for us, we draw them right back. Oh, yeah. So we got Sivir, and but that's gonna be the turn. You know what I mean? Now we could do this. Yeah, we could do that, but we could attach there. Yeah, we could attach there, and we could bust them up, and that would just, I think that would be the dagger. Yeah, look at that. Somebody come look at this. Now we're at 6. They got 1 rune. Oh, okay. I was thinking we wanted to spend gold and do our Thug Dizzle, but okay, we're going to let them have it. They're going to draw 1 if they haven't already. Yeah, they need to draw 1 more. There we go. And now they've got the lead, and they've got they can't play their 6 out because they did inverted lines back then. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting turn. If they're not able to develop anything critical, then we're in that boot. We're in that booty. We're in that booty of swiftness. We're in that booty of swiftness with the swiftness. All right. Well, what this means is now they got ganking, so they can move over to that board and score 1 more point. They're trying to run off with this game, and I don't blame them. I turn on the light in case I'm not already bright enough. That's going to take him to 5. Okay. My man's aggressive. And this is coming after we played a bunch of Draven matches. I just felt like doing a Sivir video today. I do have a Draven video coming up next. So they saw me do all of my buffoonery, and now they're doing their own brand of buffoonery here. And we're going to rest some Dawn, rest some runes. You can tell I'm a one-piecer. Okay, So we're looking at cards in their discard, trying to figure out, because we did draw Fizz, what can we play, what would we like to play. The thing is that do we even bother moving around, or do we just take that guy out right there? Okay, so right now we're gonna score. Okay, and here's the thing: we can rest some runes. There we go. Play that out. Get another gold. Will somebody come look at all the gold we have? Comment down below, because I'm probably not utilizing this gold the way I should. It's gonna be a probably not. It's gonna probably be not. We're going to do the punch fist. Okay. Okay. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, gang? All right. No, we're not ready. We're not ready. No, we're not ready. Yeah. No, you thought you were playing somebody else. No, we're not ready. So we're at 6, 8, and then 12. No, 13. So 13 to 6. They are not under any circumstances going to survive that one. No siree, Bob. Take me to 13. Oh, yeah. Look at that big Sivir deliver. Yes, mama. Oh, yeah. Love nothing but the boots. Blew that boy out the boots. Are you kidding me? There we go. And let me tell you something. I'm feeling good about these because even though my guy doesn't rock that champion unit as their chosen champion, they've still seen him on curve both games. They did win the first one. And right here, so we're going to get our point. I hope we got our point. But anyways, and now we're in we got a really good chance of holding. We got a really good chance of holding and being able to draw one, because at this point in time, the only thing that's kind of slowing us down is our lack of cards in hand, right? And if we get one that discards one, oh my gosh, we're gonna be big city hooping. So they're finally gonna bring out their big daddy Draven, but that's gonna be their turn, unfortunately. Okay, but that is gonna be a big Draven now. It's gonna be an 8 Draven. Now we're gonna go up there. We're gonna draw one additional because of that. We could move Fizz up top to go ahead and just score me one. Okay. How are we going to do this? How you going to do this? How you want to do this? You going to put that on Fizz? I think you're going to put it on Fizz. Get that. Get the gold. Can somebody, maybe somebody put a stamp or something. A counter. How many gold are we getting here? Look at all the gold. So you got a 5 there. You've got a 6 there. Homegirl is protected by a fight or flight. So these are all things to think about. Now, they've got to conquer both of these battlefields, because if I hold one of them, the game's over. Okay? They've got 6 runes. They've got 7 cards in hand. Hashtag no excuses. Play like a champion. They could also win at this moment, right? Because they would die in comp. No, they can't win. They can't win. They could go up to, first time I win a combat, score a point, score a point. So they'd go to 7. Yikes. And they win that immediately. They win that immediately. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If they bring that over here, we cannot retreat with this fight or flight. We cannot. We'd have to, and yeah, and that on the hunt is not a reaction to action. That is a slow spell, daddy. Okay, so we got this, but check it out. They got to go back, okay? And they don't have purple for another ride the win. So that could very well be the game. Let's see if it is. We got to know. I don't think they have an answer for this. No. Yeah, that's going to be it. I think we might just be talking. I think we might just be talking and BSing at this point. That's going to move them back. They would have to have something with Rush. Yeah, that's it. GG's. The hand is revealed. They did have Gengar. Could have played Gengar, but Gengar would have had 5 to our 6, and that wouldn't have done it either, unfortunately. Um, yeah, yeah. GG's our exchange, and we go to 8. Let's go into overtime, shall we? All right, gang. Unfortunately, we had gotten a call, and that last Draven match got interrupted. And we're just gonna have to give ourselves another overtime, okay? Another time. But for right now, we're going up against their Ahri. We are putting stack deck back, huh? Okay, we're putting back stack deck and our Sivir. Oh, I'm not liking these decisions. These are some 1 o'clock in the morning decisions for sure. For sure. Now I'm going first. Won the dice roll. I'm gonna go ahead and play Traveling Merchant. We each get a point to start. Okay. They're gonna need to give themselves a point to start as well. And let's see what they got for us here. Let's see what they got for us here. Now, they got Water Wielder, I'm sure. They should be able to play any of their drops, right? We do know that as long as they don't recycle a room. Oh, we like it. We like it. We love it. We want some more of it. Definitely gonna, yeah, because if they have nothing now, we can hold there. We got a pretty good shot. Okay, there we go. Now we have the option of playing stack deck or playing out our Sivir. It's looking like we're gonna go ahead and play out our Sivir right there. Oh yeah. So the chances, I don't know if we need to do all that. The chances of you coming in and rushing out some unit to take over 6 with 1 is, yeah, the chances are in the deepest pit of hell. So it looks like that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, we've only left ourselves with 4. We really did not need to do that. We really didn't need to do that. Yeah, this is just another reason why Spoils of War, in my opinion, just a dead card in this list. We're actually going to go ahead and put these 2 to the bottom and grab another Sivir. Okay. I mean, do what you do, boo-boo. I'm thinking, let's get the Bone Shiver up. Yeah, let's get that Bone Shiver ready. Maybe move Bone Shiver, and then I'm thinking we can move Traveling Merchant back and then just cycle another card. Okay, we're just gonna do stack dick. Okay. Oh my god. I hate when I click an extra one, dude. Come on. Anyways, and this has got to go to where'd that come from? Anyways, we're talking about that. We're in the same room. So anyways, it looks like that's going to be that. I'm going to pass it back to them. Okay. Now, let's see what they're going to do for us. Okay, so they're moving to their Ahri. They're going to score 1. It's going to be their first point scored, but second point because of the battlefield. And let's see what we're going to have here. I mean, the thing is that with that particular Ahri, what you can't do is just hang out. You can't just hang out and let them do their thing. Now, they're going to charm. They're going to charm. And what's the big idea? What's the big idea, right? What do they got going? What they got going on here? Okay, they're going to move the Merchant. Now, when the Merchant moves, I discard 1, draw 1. Yeah, that still procs that ability, big dog. Oh, okay, so they just wanted to pick that off. Huh. Typically, I'd save Charm for a more game-winning thing. You know, when there's something really pesky that I'm really trying to pick off. I had a game on my Aurelia video that'll be coming out. You know, Set was just setting up. Set was setting up, and they were just holding down something fierce, and so I had to use Charm to move them over just to pick it off 1 by 1. But anyhow, so we're gonna rest 4. We're gonna do the Trinity Force. All right, we're going to, yeah, we could just do one of those group. Okay, so now we should be at what, 6, I believe. We're going to get another gold. We're going up to 6 because we've recycled. No, we have not. We have not. We're just there. Okay, cool. Now check out this Ahri here. This Ahri is going to go straight to 4 and match us. However, now we have our own Ahri effectively because of Trinity Force, okay? Yowza, here comes old bad news himself. He's running Yasuo on this thing. He wants the smoke, okay? Now, what we can do here is we can move our we don't have ganking right now. We don't have ganking right now, but what we could do is move our Sivir over there and start to bust something up. Now, before we would do that, we would definitely want to replace our Sivir at this battlefield so that we don't lose our, I believe it's a switcheroo. So we're going to go ahead. It looks like we're going to rest 4. Yeah, go ahead and rest 4 and play Sivir there because we got to hold down the set. As a matter of fact, we don't got to do nothing. We don't got to do a thing. Yeah, we really don't got to do anything. All we have to do is hold down that spot and we're golden, pony boy. Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 plus 2, that's 8. Okay. And now we've got plenty. We can go up an additional 10 plus our ability, which would be 12. Yeah, let's see what they got for us. They're at 6. Now, this is a high-risk maneuver here. Okay, you got Svelsanga. Okay. That is definitely not what we wanted to see here. They got that equipped. Hang on, we're going over that. Okay, so they paid 3 and recycled 1. Okay. Oh, that's the thing though. You can't attach that because you can't afford to attach that. Or did I miss something? Yeah, you got to just rest that. You got to rest that and recycle that one. Yeah. Okay. But now you can't attach it to anything. Ran out of the greens. Ran out of the greens. Okay, so they're not going to be able to play the Svelsanga. We're giving it to them back. We're giving it back. We're having fun out here. Okay, so they got one green, what is that? The Calm Rune. And so they're going to go ahead and move me over here. Now, what's the big idea there? The big idea is they get to do the switcheroo. Now, the thing is that if they can't kill this Sivir here, we win. Reason being is we have not only could we go up to what 20 with our punch first, but we also have a ride the wind, right? So now we start talking because the game is over. Because yeah, like they can attack me all they would like. But the thing is that I can ride the wind over to our Grove God Willow. Anyways, Grove of the God Willow. So right now we're just kind of messing around and seeing what would happen. But yeah, what would win this game right here is, yeah, you're doing all this, Jack. That's cool. You're heavily committed here. Instead of playing another punch first, I could just ride this wind, come over here and hang out, and then that's it. You see what I'm saying? But what's crazy is I could go all the way up to 20 and had Yasuo, especially if they had Svelsongr, that would be game, set, and match. But even if they had just went up to 10 themselves, they would have swung 10 and then we would have crashed at 10 apiece. But as we're talking about right here, it's the ride the win that would have made the difference and won us the game. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get it over to just the list, shall we? Well, there you have it, gang. Sivir will deliver for the low price of 25.74 euros. I doubt it. But no, this leader's Legends ability was proccing left and right, early and often, and we got to do a lot of things, frankly, for free. You know what I mean? With patience, But so the list we had, played, it had 2 of the On the Hunts, or no, 2 Spoils of War, which draws 2 cards. And the thing is that we didn't need that because we're running Ezreal. They weren't running Ezreal. We are running Ezreal. They are also running Scrap Heap at 2. We're running Scrap Heap at 3. because I feel like Ezreal has a place in everybody's list when they're purple. I had him in Yasuo, and Yasuo just had Ezreal and Scrap Heap, and that was pretty much it. But this one is even gooder, scientifically speaking, because you have the Accelerate from your Sivir that you're running 3 of, right? And you get to basically play that for free, since it is Accelerate for free, since it is an additional cost from your Ezreal. So I feel like this was a huge change in the list that really just gave us everything we wanted to get. We got card draw, and even though it's still 4, because you got to recycle 1 rune, we get that rune back per our leader. So we get the gold back. So now we're playing that out for free, which is just amazing. It's just amazing. It's so much value. So we decided to, and we're already getting our card draw. Let's go ahead and do hard bargain. Okay, now hard bargain is going to really damper their efforts, right? It's gonna cause them to, it's reaction, right? And we can repeat it. And when we do additional cost, we get to pay 1 less. We get to pay 1 less. Okay. So we're going to repeat this spell. And anyways, it's going to cause them to have to pay 2 runes. 2 readied runes are going to have to go sideways if they want to play any spell. Any spell. So it can be reacted to. But in the case that it cannot, okay, they ain't got no greens on their side of the board or what have you. I mean, yo, that's going to be a big one, all right? So anyhow, this might work as a Defy, and what I mean by that is where Defy is, you rest 1 and you got to recycle a green, so typically you just, want to get 1 out of there. This one you're going to rest 2, and then they might just do a spell after the fact. You know what I mean? They might just leave that alone and just try to do something else because it would probably just be cheaper. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for someone to try to do some completely bogus stuff, and we counter the whole spell unless they want to pay 2. So you're gonna give me this 8-cost spell, and I'm gonna ask for 2 more on top of it. That's crazy. And then so that's there. I noticed us having quite the amount of cards in our discard, and so I said, you know what, man, we were getting by without Yasuo. Sorry, we had 2 Yasuo, 2 Spoils of War. So I said, you know what, let's just throw Raja Ghul, as I call him, but no, Raza the Sunderer, and we're sunning him out here for sure. Let's go ahead and throw 2 of those in there, since it's not even a card that we need. Both of those spots, those 4 cards were never used, so that makes them flex spots. And let's flex like this. Let's see what this can do for me. I imagine it's going to do something well. I imagine this will be just fine, because we're going to get to those once we get to that high discard pile, right? We're going to be able to play this out for free and just fortify a battlefield and hold it down. You know what I mean? So I think that's good too. And then it also works towards proccing our Sivir, so that if we, if we were there, and let's say we got a Bone Shiver, or we got something out, right? We're gonna attach this here. That's gonna cost us 1, right? And then we're gonna play this out. That's gonna cost us another recycle, right? Now we can play this to where Sivir is. That's a 6, and then Sivir's free to move and gank and do something else somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? It's just that would work a lot gooder, scientifically speaking, in my opinion. So anyhow, didn't touch this at all. This is a crazy card. What's the original art? Oh yeah. But anyways, Deflect 2. That's crazy. I don't think anybody could afford that. That would be nuts. And this would directly, buff and give our other one ganking. But when I conquer after an attack, if you assign 5 or more excess damage to enemy units, you may deal that much to an enemy unit. Yeah, so like we said, that's the Uno reverse version of Yasuo's ability. But anyways, having a lot of fun with this one, and I really do. 6 more vodka. 6 more vodka and K Design are my faves. But anyways, you guys go ahead and check out some Sivir. Tell me if she does not deliver. All right. Witness the battle mistress. This has been 3-Piece TCG. Boo, boo, Pirates TCG. Love you guys. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Respect others. Happy Monday. And let me know how this goes for you guys. Comment down below. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What would you be doing differently? Hype, smash the like, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Stuck up in it, stuck up in it. Stuck in it, stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang, for the love of the money and fame. I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang, for the love of the money and fame. I can tell I never could change.